Hey guys, it's Michael from Graceful. A lot of questions about all the stuff that you have to buy or should buy or people recommend that you buy. It's like having a baby. People want to poke your belly and then they tell you all their stories about what you should and shouldn't have for the child, right? So a lot of questions about, do I need this, do I not? So down here on the floor we have sway bars. They go with our sway hitch. I don't care what the dealer tells you. I don't care what kind of fancy, big, giant truck you have. Sway bars serve a purpose. They allow your trailer to move behind your truck when they're hit by wind without shaking the actual truck. So the truck itself, your pull vehicle, doesn't lose stability. Highly recommend sway bars, whether your dealer tells you need them, whether somebody says, oh, the F-150 is amazing and I can pull 60 million pounds uphill with only one wheel on the truck. I don't care. You should probably have sway bars. Coming over here, a lot of people replace this with an electric jack. This works just fine. Gives you a workout, right? It's probably the only exercise you really get while camping, except maybe hiking. Some people swap these out for 2 propane tanks. Unless you're boondocking for more than 2 days, also not needed. Has room for double batteries. Unless you're boondocking for more than 2 days, also not necessary. We put stabilizer jacks, which I have a separate episode on the front of it. Necessary? No. But if you don't have them, your trailer is going to sway when you walk around, especially if you're getting into the shower, or you're getting into the bed up front, or you're getting into the bunks in the back. You create a little stability issue. So I think they're pretty much needed on the 17B. We showed you some hacks on what to do for storage. Figure out your own storage. A lot of people do things here and they're replacing all these because these are plastic. Ours has been out on a couple voyages. It's been fine. I don't think any of that stuff is necessary. Some people are replacing the steps and they're getting the fancy steps. You can absolutely do that. Also not necessary. Wi-Fi. Some people are putting Wi-Fi. If you need Wi-Fi for camping, don't rely on RV park Wi-Fi. It generally is horrible. So if you need it for work, great, get it. If you need it for streaming for your TV and you can't miss your favorite show, probably need to enjoy the outdoors a little more. Also not necessary. Some people are replacing the tires. The tires are like a no-name brand highway sport tire. I'd say they're probably good for a season. I'm thinking, less than 5,000, 7,000 miles, and then you probably want to put a real light truck radial on there. We'll have a separate episode on that when we do it. Nothing really needed in the hot water area. Moving around the back. The drains on the bottom, I recommend always having some extras. As you open and close these tend to wear out. So you can get a bag of them for, $5, $6, $7. Moving around the back, a lot of people get backup cameras. If you struggle with backing up the 17B and you don't have a partner or you travel alone, then a backup camera could be a necessity. If you have a partner and you learn how to signal each other, I don't think you need a backup camera. You can see we're pretty square in here and we're pretty far back, and my daughter Hannah was the one who guided us back. So I don't think they're necessary. Moving into the rear area, lots of necessities back here. Water filter, right? Absolutely need a water filter. You don't know what kind of water is coming out of an RV park. It will be potable water, meaning it's drinkable, but how it tastes, I don't know. So these have a date on them. Make sure that you replace them pretty regularly. We also have a water pressure regulator and an elbow on here. This is a great example of why you need that little elbow. A lot of people don't get the elbow. You can see my water coming out of the RV park is pointed straight down. It would be really hard to hook up the water filter and everything to that pointed straight down. So we were able to attach an elbow, so I think you need the elbow. You need a water pressure regulator to make sure that the regulator keeps your water pressure so it doesn't damage your relatively cheap plumbing inside your trailer. You need a clean water hose, obviously. Then moving to your black water, here we're using a Rhino system. There's lots of them on the market. You can use whichever one you want. This little piece here is a black water clean out. So I'm going to attach a separate hose, not my white hose, but a separate hose, and I'm going to attach it here. It's going to go up this tube. It's going to clean out my black tank. A lot of people use fancy wands in their toilet and stuff. This does a really good job. So I think it's a necessity to connect then to your black water. Your Stinky Slinky just creates an angle of elevation so that your water runs down. So I did say before that I think you need probably more than just one. You probably need like a 10-foot extension, right? Because sometimes you park, you're level, and then you go, oh, my sewer is 35 feet away. Creates a problem. Here, we're going to talk about wheel chocks. I see a lot of people park their trailers and they don't disconnect them from their tow vehicle, which is fine. If you don't disconnect from your tow vehicle, you do not need wheel chocks. If you do disconnect, you want to wheel chock your trailer just in case something happens, it gets bumped, the wind hits it. You don't want your trailer moving. It'll put a lot of weight on your tongue jack that you don't want. So, and then here you see we have a leveling block underneath the wheel. They come in packs of like 10, usually 10's enough. Unless you're boondocking, you might find yourself in some weird spot where you need 2 packs of 10 so that you make sure that you're level. So wheel chocks and leveling blocks, also very necessary. I'm not going to undo this piece. Everything comes with this little angle here, but what they don't sometimes come with is the little fitting. It's like a little funnel, and a lot of parks require them. So make sure that when you buy your Stinky Slinky and your Rhino system, you also buy this little piece. It literally looks like a little funnel. It goes down into the sewer system. You clip into it, and then it makes sure that all your sewer smells stay in the sewer and not in your trailer or in the great outdoors. Your hose just connects here. I've seen people put all kinds of quick connectors and such on here. That's fine. I don't like a quick connector connected here because it sticks out from the side of my trailer. And as I'm going down the road, lots of road construction in Arizona, we have like really tight spaces. And the last thing I want is this trailer to be any wider than it already is. So that's really the necessities for the outside. What we're talking about, you know, is a couple $100 probably at most. Amazon versus Camping World. Use Amazon, it's a lot cheaper. Camping World sometimes will give you a lot of this stuff. If you can negotiate that into your deal, that is very cool as well. So that's kind of what you absolutely need around the outside of your trailer to pull into an RV site, be ready to hook up and ready to go. Thanks, like, subscribe, appreciate you.